Alright, before we get started, we've got some basic rules. Number one, fresh account, so we're not having any XP, and we're not spending any robux, which means no prime, and sadly we'll have to stick with casual for now.
Weenie Hut Juniors!
As for our end goal, we're really going to just try and make as much money as possible, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to get into a standard lobby.
The roughest, toughest Saber Club ever.
Let's get started. Alright, so we get a little bit of XP for starting off, which is nice. Wow, that's a lot of people. Hey, fellas.
Oh, yeah? A wise guy, eh?
Yeah, we're just gonna head over here now. Pick up some scraps. Gunpowder, yes, that's worse stuff. Alright, I don't know what these goons are doing, but we don't want anything to do with them. Close that behind us. Alright, we only have $1,000 in the bank, which isn't great. Alright, those guys are still following us, so we're just gonna keep grabbing loot and moving. We really don't want to deal with these people. See, now they're trying to beat us up. Alright, we're starting off fast, I guess. Oh, great lag spike.
Oh!
Jump on that fool. Alright. Yeah, in casual, there's no real reason to fight people. I mean, I got a little bit of money, but you don't get any XP. If someone has a high bounty, you can go after them, but for the most part, it's not really worth killing people unless you're actively trying to get money in like a safe or you're in a dangerous spot. Alright, all of these things we're collecting, they're just random valuables. Over time, you'll learn which is worth more than others. But right now, our goal is we want to get to a dealer, and we want to sell it, get a little bit of money. Here we go. Oh, and someone dropped a Glock. We will take that. Alright, sell this, sell this, sell this. The Glock will buy a little bit of ammo. That dude has an RPG. A little frightening. Alright, best friend in the whole game, lockpicks. We want 2 of these and a bandage, because you know why not. Alright, let's get out of here. He might chase us down. Hopefully he doesn't. Alright, with that little bit of money we have, because we don't have a lot of money to begin with, we're just going to start trying to shove everything into our bank account. Just enter all for deposit. Just squirrel away all your money. Because when you die and you have cash on you instead of it being in your bank, I believe you drop 10% of it. I might be wrong on the number. I know it's definitely higher in standard. Alright, this is all broken into. Oh, but this isn't. Alright, fists. We're going to press F, break this open. Should give us a little bit of money. All 3 of these were full, so that's nice. Right, get out of here. Over time, you will learn where the registers are, the safes. There's quite a few throughout the map. Alright, now this is locked. A few different ways to get through. We can do some parkour over there, although I'm feeling lazy. You can kick down the door, however, that will cause the alarm to go off and people will kind of swarm over here. So we're just going to use our lockpick. Lock the door behind us. Make sure that this is locked, which it wasn't. And start collecting the money. And playing as a solo in this game, you're going to be doing a lot of looking behind you, trying to lock doors. They might call you a rat and try and say like, oh, well, you don't want to fight anybody. Well, no, I don't. I'm trying to make money. Ooh, now that's worth a lot, the jerry can. I think it's, what is it, 500 maybe? Maybe 800, I can't remember. 800, yeah. Alright, so we've got good money on this now, which is nice. So we want to get to an ATM. As soon as we start kind of breaking over 1K, we just want to get to that ATM. And as you get more money, you'll be comfortable walking around with 1,200 on you. But for now, we just want to shove everything into the ATM and try and save up as much as we can in our bank. Yeah, those scrap piles are our best friend, so we're really going to look for those. The only crates, I believe, in casual are going to be airdrops, and that is a whole nother thing. Starting off as a relatively low level, you really don't want to be going for those airdrops.
Sorry, folks, there's more where that came from. Hey, I got the clarinet!
You can try, by all means, if it's in front of you, grab it. But a lot of higher levels are going to be fighting for it, and it's usually best to try and just get away from it. Alright, it looks like that was kicked in, that was broken into. Now, I like this little place back here. This is Junkyard. A lot of people who are grinding for money and people who like to rat and hide often come here, and honestly for good reason. There's 2 safes in there, tons of spawns for scrap piles. Yeah, there's a dude back there. Hopefully he doesn't bother us. There's a big safe back here. Looks like that was broken into, but we've got a scrap pile. See what we get. Also, audio is a very big thing in this game. If you don't play with headphones or earbuds, I really recommend it. Because you can hear people's footsteps from really far away, and it's incredibly helpful. Alright, so now that's a military cable. I think that's worth 300. We're just going to drop the bat. The bat is a good melee, but we'd rather make money right now. Right, scrap pile. Here's somebody over here. Gunpowder. We're just going to keep moving. Now he's going to follow us. He might pull a gun on us. If he does, then we'll just flip around and try and shoot him. But once again, in casual, there's no major push to kill people because you don't get any XP, and how much money they drop depends on how much money they have on them in cash. Standard, on the other hand, you get XP for killing people, so it's a free-for-all. Like, everybody for themselves and shoot on sight, for the most part. Yeah, pretty much our only way of getting XP is going to be through those daily logins and our allowance. Every once in a while, I think we'll do double XP weekends, which is really helpful. Now, I'm just going to keep checking areas and just going to different loot spots. See if this reset. This did... No, it did. Okay. Break this open. For reasons unknown, this won't make the alarm go off. It's just breaking down the doors. So we're good there. Now, these cave systems are a blessing and a curse. They're great because it's good to kind of hide from people and get around the map. However, if somebody is in here with you, there's a good chance they're going to try and beat you up. Plus, if anybody's hiding with a ranged weapon, they can see you coming down the hallway. Get some good, and we got weapon parts. I believe that sells for 300. Takes up a lot of slots, so I think it takes up 5. So we're gonna go look for... We'll ignore that for now, because you probably won't be able to grab whatever's in it. Same with that one. And that one. What we just heard was an RPG. Those are incredibly expensive, and I don't know why you buy one in casual, but, I mean, you do you. But this is very good. All of these little scrap piles... Ooh, baton. That's, that used to be armory exclusive, but melees are not very good right now, unfortunately. We'll keep it, but, I mean, we'll probably end up dropping it at one point. Alright, roller should be, what, 300? Or 350, okay. for the robux. Alright, so now we've got, once again, we have a decent amount of money on us. Is that broken into? No. And instead of kicking down the door, making noise, and causing the alarm to go off, we're just going to lockpick it. I hear someone walking, so I'm going to lock this behind me. And we break it open, uninterrupted. Now that sound probably perked his attention, so he's going to want to come over here. So we're just going to run away. He does his own thing, I do my thing, everything's fine. Alright, still plenty of space. So yeah, we're going to buy another lockpick. Here's someone walking around back there. I want to deal with that. Alright, looking in there, I don't see any sparks coming from that register. So that means that it is unlooted. I prefer going up this way to get into the laundromat. Some people like going up the ladder behind, but there is a locked door right there. Although today it's open, I guess. Alright, this is locked. If I were to kick this down, the alarm will go off. So we'll just pop that open. Got an MP7. Some scary sounds over there. But we do not care. We are here for money. Okay. Yeah, whoever's going ham out there, if they kill enough people, in the bottom right, a bounty will pop up. And that's pretty much, in my opinion, the only real reason to kill somebody is if they have a high bounty in this game. Or blah, 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 they shoot first, or you're getting money and they come up. Like, use common sense. Like, if I'm looting here, and some guy's behind me, I'm not going to assume he's friendly. I'm probably going to shoot. But if I'm walking down the street, I don't need to pop every single person I see. If you want to play that way, by all means, but you're probably going to get hunted down by a lot of very angry people. Alright, we have a lot of money. As a matter of fact, almost as much as our bank. So, we are going to frantically go to an ATM and deposit all that money. Alarm's going off. Someone kicked down the door again. Alright, gonna deposit all our money. Great. Alright, one really nice spot to grab some money is up here in this little building. Usually it's looted. Yeah. Actually, we were here earlier. What am I talking about? Break this open. Great. Alright, we don't want to deal with whoever that is over there. Stamina. Okay. Yeah, for the most part, in casual, that's going to be your main objective, is to lockpick a lot of places that people don't usually go. And as soon as you get a decent amount of money, to just kind of shove it in the bank. And over time, you will get XP through allowance, which we'll get in 50 seconds. Someone's, I think, coming over here. They heard me. It's right there. Well, once again, you'll remember these lockpick. You'll remember all the safe and register locations over time. I know there's a map on the wiki and things like that. Another big thing is playing with friends in this game is a lot of fun. Most people don't like to run solo. They usually like to run with a group, especially on standard. But if you're just kind of soloing because nobody wants to play Criminality with you, I completely understand. And this is just kind of running solo. There we go. Alright, so our allowance is now ready. We might as well go claim that right now. I know we're right at the junkyard, but I'd rather just grab it as soon as we can. And this should give us a decent little chunk of XP. Boom. Now we're level 2. Which isn't great, but at least we're a little bit of a higher level now. And we got a bit of money in our bank. This, alright, weapon parts, 300 bucks. We'll drop the baton. Now the closest dealer to junkyard is going to be over here, although those shots are a little scary. Don't know if I want to deal with that. Yeah, we're going to another dealer. Alright, so he's still freaking out down there. That's fine, we'll just go to this dealer. Great. Now this guy looks like he's waiting for us to be finished. So, we're gonna run over here, and not bother with that man. Yeah, that might be an AK over there. I don't want to deal with that. Even if it's casual, people will still sometimes just shoot for fun. I don't blame them. That's broken. You can see the little sparks coming out. Factory's a fun little place. This can get a little crazy. Don't bother going up here unless the door's open, because that's just going to cost you a lockpick or kicking it down. The safes are open. I mean, they're closed, so that's cool. At least that is. There we go. These. With all those footsteps, there are people nearby. We're just going to keep looting. Ooh, cool. Right, got 2K on us. That is a decent amount of money. But we'll try and get to an ATM. I don't know if I want to follow that guy. Like, metal bat or... Yeah, metal bat. Metal bat is frightening. I don't want to deal with that. Alarm's going off, someone kicked that in. Just deposit all our money. Alright, before we end this episode, I'm going to try and get to 10K. The lovely tower. Tower is a weird place. A lot of times you'll see mare users, which is a little frightening. People are terrified. Now, I can barely remember where all the safes are. But I think there's one on this level, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there is. Alright, so that was broken into. If this one's broken into, it usually means that pretty much they're all broken into. But we're still going to check, because why not? There is a second safe somewhere around here. I can't remember which floor it's on, but kind of a little lazy. I don't know if I want to find it. This tower is literally a maze. If you don't know the layout of this place, you're just going to be lost and you'll end up falling down a hole or something. Maybe it's the next floor up. You can usually tell where a safe is because there's a red glow around it, but it can be a little hard to see. Hammer shocking us, and one of the safes is actually closed. Awesome. Okay, so that was sort of worth it. Now, those you can actually shoot. I'm not going to, because I don't really need to. But if that door was locked, then I'd be shooting that. Just so it wouldn't sting you. Shock you, or whatever. A little bit of cash on us, but not really a substantial amount to run to an ATM. That safe's broken into. There's a scrap pile here. Battery. It's not worth much. I think 50 bucks, maybe. Might be less. This dealer is extremely dangerous. I don't like this dealer. 60 bucks. Sometimes scrap piles can spawn in these little sheds. And standard crates can spawn in here, specifically red crates. Oh, that's 800 bucks. 800 doubloons. Right, that dude's just leaving. So this. See if the red shirt's broken. It is. Alright, motel is a good way to make money, but this is a very contested spot of the map. Looking in the window, it looks like the safe is closed. Instead of breaking through the front door, I'm just going to climb in like that. Now, the front door is open. There's someone running around, so we might have to fight here. They're at the ATM right now. They run in and kill us, we'll just sneak out the window. That alarm is the vibe check elevator, so we are not going to go anywhere near Subway. Deposit all our money. And there we go. 10k. That's not too bad for just starting off. And over time, we will build up more money and XP through gathering allowance. But for the most part, that's going to be your experience on Crim. It's just going to be running from building to building, being careful not to fight people who have heavy weapons and things. Basically knowing when to pick and choose your fights. And just learning the map over time. Alright, I think that about does it for this episode. If you'd like to see more, you can always drop me a like. I don't know if I'll be continuing, but I mean, if enough people want it, then I'd like to see where this goes.